All right, we're going to do a short demonstration here. What we're going to talk about first is how are we going to find the volume of rectangular prism. It's pretty easy. We have a fixed shape here, so what we could do is easily just use our ruler to calculate the length and then our width and then of course our height of our particular item, which is this wooden block. So base times height is going to give us our volume of our rectangular prism. Unfortunately, that same thing is not going to work with an irregular shaped object like this fishing lure. So we are not going to be able to accurately measure, length times width times height and apply that formula. So the best thing that we're going to be able to do is use the water displacement method. So what we need first is volume, and how we're going to calculate our volume is by looking at our initial volume. I've put some green water in here so you can see the water a little bit better. But we're going to start out with 180 milliliters of water, and what we're going to do is put our fishing lure into the water. Notice the green moves. So as soon as I start to put the fishing lure into the water, the volume of the water changes. Well, the volume of the water is changing by the amount that the space of the fishing lure takes up. So what we're going to do is put this here, and we're going to look at the difference in the water. So we're going to take a look at our graduated cylinder, and it looks like it changes about 12 milliliters. So we're going from 180 to 192. So when you make that change, I'm going to show you here what we're looking. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So we went from 180 milliliters, we went up to, right at about 192 milliliters. So now we have a new reading. So what we want to do is mark where our reading is at. And put a small mark there. I'm going to move this out of the way so you can see a little bit better. So our new reading says 192 milliliters. Well, how do we figure out the volume of that lure? This particular number now, this is our volume final, which is VF, volume final. So now what we're going to do is subtract 192 minus 180, and that's going to give us 12. So this fishing lure takes 12 milliliters of space. Okay, 12 milliliters of space. Even though it's an irregular shaped object, all we got to do is use that water displacement method, and we can figure out how much space our fishing lure takes up.